Hi everyone, Namaste all. Welcome to ServiceNow India. In today's video, we are diving into something every developer uses called browser alert messages in ServiceNow. From simple alerts to conforms and prompts, we will explore how each one works, where to use them, and best practices to avoid common mistakes. Stay tuned till the end and you level up your scripting skills in ServiceNow. Have you seen pop-up message in ServiceNow that says, "Are you sure you want to continue?" That's a browser alert. In this video, let's explore how alert, confirm, and return statements work in ServiceNow, especially in client scripts and UI actions. This is exclusively brought by ServiceNow India, and these are the types of alert messages we generally see in our client scripts. Okay, let's see what could be the first one. And this is called alert keyword, which allows you to provide the custom message to display as alert message in the form level. Okay, let's see in the PDA how it works. Alert messages shows info pop-up, like information as a pop-up. Let's see. Click on filter navigator. Let's open any incident form or anything. Let's go to incident. Click on create new, and I'll open the client scripts here. And we'll see this is the form of incident record. Go for this client scripts. Click on new button to create a new client script. Just name the client script as alert example. On which table? Incident table. UI type is all. I'll go with onChange right now. On which field? Priority. When priority value changes, I need to show some alert message called alert in the bracket. Priority has been updated or changed, okay, or altered. This is my alert message. Okay, just put the alert keyword and the predefined text or like the custom text what you want to mention. Just save this record and go for incident form. Just refresh again to get the new updates. And we configured a on change client script on the field called priority. It runs when user changes priority field. Just change the impact as high, urgency as high. You'll see the priority has been updated, showing as an alert message. This is displays only a OK value here. If I click on OK, then it goes with the form other configurations. Okay, if I change again this urgency, it is showing the value because the priority has been updated to moderate. And when priority changes, this will show as an alert message. Okay, the next one is return false statement, which is majorly used to prevent the submission of the form or the action. Okay, and we have the combination called return true, which allows the user to submit the form, or it goes with action runs as true. Okay, let's see with the example for the on submit client script here. Open the PDI, and for the incident form we'll go for this client script. Type is on submit, and for time saving I'm just pasting the script here, which is very easy. If the description is empty, then don't allow the user to submit the form. If it is have some value, then we are allowing the user to submit the form. Return false denies the form submission. It denies and it allows here. For the first line, which gets the value of description into this variable called SD, and if SD is empty, then we are denying the form submission called return false statement. And if description has some value, it then allows the user to save the form. There comes return false and return true. Let's see how it works in the backend. Save this record, refresh. Right now description is empty, If I save this record, let's see what happens. It is showing us description can't be empty. It is displaying by using the alert keyword. Okay, the pop-up message. If I click on OK, then if I enter something called as test here, if I again save this record, you will see form submitted successfully, which is generating by alert message, and it is allowing by using return true. Okay, let's see how it will be. It should return true, which allows the form submission, return false, denies the form submission. Okay, then move on to the next part. What is return? Like return is nothing but a statement which is used to stop the further logic or the next steps. It doesn't have any pop-up. Okay, let's see how it will be. I'll show you in the script directly what we have mentioned previously. If I mention return here, it doesn't return anything here. Okay, if I mention the same script on the top, let's see how it works. You'll see the difference here regarding when we use the return keyword on the top of the script. If I mention here return, you will see this script has been disabled here. Okay, what I mentioned here as a return here stops further logic or no pop-up. If you mention the return here on the top of the script, it is displaying or it is disabling the complete script, or it displaying or making the further logic as not working or non-working thing. Okay, return is a keyword which is used to stop the further logic. Okay, then we'll come to the next thing. If you see, automatically if I remove this return statement here, the following script has been enabled directly. Okay, the next thing will be return confirm with a message and along with OK or cancel. For alert message, we have only one thing called OK, and for this return confirm, we have two things like OK or cancel, like proceed or stop. Let's see with example in the PDA how it works. Okay, like here we are going towards this confirm keyword. Let's remove all this part. Like go with onSubmit client script. Just write the script here, enter the toggle button, var user choice equal to, I'm just mentioning confirm statement here, confirm keyword. Are you sure you want to submit this incident? If not, user choice, if user choice is empty, alert submission cancelled. Okay, return false, we are using return false to cancel the form submission. If it is have some word there, user choice there, we can mention something called as alert inc submitted successfully. Okay, let's format this code and save this record. Let's check how it works with the confirm. Just save this record. If I refresh this form, if I save this record, you'll see we have two options called OK and cancel. Okay, if I click on cancel, it cancels the form submission. Like if, for example, if I click on OK, it is showing as inc submit successfully. If I click on cancel, let's see how it works. For example, if I make something called a subcategory as antivirus, if I click on save, it is showing as are you sure want to submit the incident. If I click on cancel, it doesn't save the form because we have used like return false, which denies the form submission or stops the form submission. You'll see submission cancelled. Okay, the record hasn't been saved. By this confirm, we'll get the two choices here like OK and cancel. Okay, then we'll come towards the next thing called return prompt. Like what is the use of prompt? It allows you to input some text or small response from the user. Okay, as we have like capture strings input. Let's see how it works in ServiceNow client scripts. The same script we will open, and for we'll use for onload here for easy understanding. None onload var user input equal to prompt please enter your name. I just mentioned for example purpose. If user input alert, we can mention the user input in the alert also. Your name is plus user input, else alert no input provided by the user or anything. Okay, just format this code, just save this record. It works when the form loads. Okay, refresh this form for applying the changes. It is asking enter your name. If I mention something called as ServiceNow-INDIA, if I click on OK, then it shows as alert message. Your name is ServiceNow-INDIA, then click on OK. We can use these scenarios n number of cases depending upon the use case. Okay. Then thanks for joining. Have a nice day. Signing off, your Sarath Chandra, ServiceNow Architect. Jai Hind.